Some heroes are built for treasure hunt in Heroes of History Epic Empire. To dominate, you just need to level up these heroes. Here's your checklist for best treasure hunt and investment traps to actually avoid. In this video I'm going to talk about the heroes that I spoke with the people who is on the higher tiers that actually suggest me. Of course, you can leave your comments if you agree with something or you don't agree. You know, in the discussion things are born. So I'm going to share with you maybe like 3 heroes, 4 heroes that is free to play, player friendly. You can basically get them. It's not like this type of heroes, seasonal heroes like right now we're having in the portals. So after this thing finish, those heroes are not there anymore. So yeah, I'm going to start maybe with the heroes that I'm talking about, and the heroes are Mulan, Ramses, Robin Hood, and Juan. Now I personally get Robin Hood as a first hero in Heroes of History Epic Empire, and I'm so happy with this hero. Now those heroes are going to help in the treasure hunt toward their control, sustain, and utility. So I'm going to go over a couple of the heroes. Obviously, since I have Robin Hood, maybe I'm going to start with him as a good hero for treasure hunt. Now, why people like Robin Hood is basically he is the best one-shotter. So if you have a hard stage where there is a hero that you want to eliminate, even though that you cannot actually control Robin Hood over which hero he is going to hit, still he is prioritizing heroes and the damage he is doing. Right now my upgrade of the spell is level 20. So at level 10 he get boost, at level 40 is going to get other boost. But yeah, it's not something like 769 damage, which is going to be the first damage, but the dot that he's going to provide is 1.6k over 8 seconds. And have 50% chance to also let the target bleed for 600% over 8 seconds, prioritizing heroes. Now, the moment this hero hits some hero, is basically dead. Now maybe it's not going to be dead if your Robin Hood is very low level. That's why I strongly suggest maybe from what I speak to hit level 80. I think level 80 is a good level, especially for this type of heroes. But yeah, Robin Hood is a one-shotter. This game changer for me. In the arena I use him, in the treasure hunt I use him. Now for the companions, maybe, you know, maybe I can say something like this, but because the majority is going to be troops that you have to stack and use AoE damage dealers. Now the other hero that I suggest and I think is a very good for treasure hunt is Mulan. Summon a fairy dragon striking the location of the biggest cluster of enemy units 3 times, reducing defense by 15% of the Mulan attack each time and dealing a total of 150% damage in the range of 2. Affected enemy unit burn for further 50% damage over 6 seconds. So you start to see that the Mulan, basically on level 40, this thing can actually get increased by a lot, by the way. The total damage and the extra burning effect that this hero is going to do. But it's a very good one, and a lot of people are actually suggesting Mulan for treasure hunt. And you can see our area strike debuff burn. Now the debuff is reducing the defense. This is something very important, and the debuffs is something that people are not actually thinking that much over them. Only maybe when it's time about menace that the debuffs he is doing, then the people get excited, but they somehow stop actually thinking about the other heroes that is having some good buffs and debuffs. And speaking about the buffs, I'm going to go over the next hero, and this is Ramses. Now Ramses for me is the best buffer in this game, no joke. This bad boy here target the biggest cluster of friendly units, increasing their attack by 60% of Ramses attack, their movement speed by 25%, the accuracy by 20% and their critical damage by 25% and their chance to critically hit by 15% for 8 seconds. This thing can be triggered every 12.5 seconds. That means it's covering like 70% from the time, which is a decent amount of time. I faced Ramses couple times and believe me, I think this is maybe one of the hardest heroes that I have faced, and you know, the battles that I did against Ramses was one of my hardest battles. Now, of course, this thing can be on level 40. Target biggest cluster friendly, increasing their attack by 99% of Ramses attack. Decent, their movement speed 25%, their accuracy 20, their critical damage, and their chance to critically hit by 15% for 8 seconds in the range of 3. Now, even on level 1, I think this hero is having absolutely crazy spells. No joke. You get all the best benefits on level 1. So by getting Ramses, and especially for treasure hunts, just to protect your troops, boosting their attack and everything to finish way more faster, having Ramses in the treasure hunt is a game changer. I still think Ramses is extremely good also in the arena and many places. Just the buff that, you know, I face troops, big clusters of enemy troops, and when they get buffed by Ramses, those troops is basically destroying my heroes. That's why I have big respect to Ramses. Let me know your personal opinion. Do you have Ramses, or do you think this hero deserves your attention? For me personally, it's a very good one. And the last one is one of the heroes that people underrate by a lot, and this is Joan of Arc. She's, you know, giving some damage, you know, doing some AoE damage, doing some AoE healing. In same time, heal the biggest cluster. When you level up her spells, you're going to also receive, for example, friendly units get 38% of Joan's attack. Now keep in mind, you get also buff from the Ramses. Crazy. And 10% attack speed for 8 seconds. The charge is 10 seconds, so it covers like 80% from the time. Absolutely crazy hero. I really like Joan of Arc. I miss her back in the days, but it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know in the comments which hero you have missed out. Their effectiveness in level deep underview versions won't survive the upper stages. You know, you have to level up these heroes. You have to just level up these heroes. Plan upgrade in advance, have some strategy from treasure hunt, because this is one of the best places where you're going to get some good rewards. So yeah, I guess this will be for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Share your comments in the comments below, like, subscribe if you're new to this channel, become a member if you want to support my work. I wish you a great day and see you in the next video.